What's up, party people? It's a Monday morning, and we should have David Moadel any second. In the meantime, where are you, David Moadel? Where are you, David Moadel? David Moadel. Where are you, David? Oh my goodness. David, where are you, David? Hello, David. Are you there, David? David. Hello, David. It's a Monday morning and the markets, man, what can we say about the markets? I mean, like, Bitcoin's just trading like sideways. 10,000, 12,000, back to 11,000, 11,500, 10,500, 11,000 again, 11,500, back to 11,000, back to 10,000, 10,500, 11,000. And right now it's $11,168. So, what's up, Nathaniel, man? What are you saying, man? Did you have a good weekend? All right, David Moadel will be here soon. We will have David Moadel soon. It's true. David Moadel will be here soon. And I had a really good weekend. I hope you had a good weekend. Let's take a look at the markets. Because the markets, I got some news to break. Bitcoin Investment Trust, GBTC, just did a reverse today, 91-to-1 reverse split. So GBTC now is at $19.51. I mean, if you wanted to get into GBTC, but it was a little too expensive for your taste, might be the time. In fact, it actually opened up. It opened up at 1875 actually. It's 1878.5. It opened up. It's already gone up to 1950. And I mean, that's what we do here on Rich TV. We identify the winners before anybody else. That's just what we do. And GBTC at 1950, don't let this fool you. This was a reverse split. It is not down 98%. It was a 91-to-1 reverse split, which was broken by Dre in our community chat. The power of the team. Finding all these winners. We found this when it was at $100. It went all the way to $3,000. And now they've done a reverse split down to 1950 so that you, the people, can get a piece of the Bitcoin Investment Trust. And I think this is a really good idea. So if you're looking to buy some, it's very affordable today at $19.50. Now remember, Rich TV Live is strictly for education and entertainment purposes. We are not licensed advisors. And I can't guarantee you that this is some type of a winner. We just break the news here first, and I thought you'd like to know that GBTC is now affordable at $19.50. That's GBTC. GBTC. Bitcoin Investment Trust. It's true, and like I said, that's all we do is just bring the winners. Let's bring David Moadel. Speaking of winners, let's bring on David Moadel. Ready?
Hey, how's it going?
It's going good, David. How you doing, buddy?
Good. Wow, what a busy morning, but that's both of us. I have not even had time to look at the markets much.
Well, that's what we're gonna do now, though, right? That's perfect.
Absolutely.
Let's look at the markets, Mr. David Moadel. We are live on Rich
Right.
TV, just so you know.
Oh, cool. Hey, Rich TV people. And I'm going to start recording myself as well. So let me do that. But let me say hi to the Rich TV people. Thank you for tuning in. Appreciate it. It's been a while since Rich and I have had the opportunity to collaborate, but I'm glad to be doing it because Rich is watching the cryptos. I'm watching the cryptos and the equities markets and options. And, between the two of us, I think we make a pretty darn good team.
Yeah, and how is it going? Tell me, how's it going in that world? I'll let you know that right now in the world of cryptos and marijuana stocks, which is really my forte, there's some big news. GBTC, Bitcoin Investment Trust, GBTC, has just done a 91-for-1 reverse split.
Oh, my goodness.
So they are now at $19.50. And if you wanted to get into the Bitcoin Investment Trust, which was unaffordable before, you couldn't buy a portion of it. You had to buy at least one share, over 1,000 at the time, 2,000, 3,000 US it hit. Now, by doing this reverse, they actually reversed it down to $18.78. It has already gone up to $19.51.
Wow. Oh, my goodness. Before we proceed further, let me just do my introduction. So I'm going to say, welcome to Looking at the Markets, everybody. I am live. Well, not me, because I edit my videos, but Rich is live with Rich TV Live and Rich TV. And this is Rich, the cryptocurrency expert, Rich, the marijuana stock expert, Rich, the real estate expert, so many things. And I'm very privileged to speak with him. He's a frequent guest here on Looking at the Markets. And right now, I guess I'm a guest on his, we're collaborating here. This is really great. Let me just say before we move forward, neither Rich nor I is a licensed or registered investment advisor. All right. So you got to make your own decisions with this. You got to do your own due diligence, consult with an advisor if you don't know what to do. Having said that, today, I'm very privileged to have Rich because I believe he's going to tell us about maybe some picks that he has, things that he feels confident on, things that he's researched, and things that maybe he's bullish or bearish on in both the cryptocurrencies and the equities markets. So, Rich, thank you so much for doing this. I appreciate it.
My pleasure, Dave. I love getting with you, my friend, and talking the markets, collaborating, and just talking about what's happening and what's trending. And there's a lot of things that have been happening, and there's a lot of things that have been trending. One of which is GBTC. Anybody that wants to get into cryptocurrencies but is investing in the stock market, this is a great, safe way to do it. This is the Bitcoin Investment Trust, GBTC. It opened up today at $18.78 after a 91-to-1 reverse split. It was broken to our community through one of our members. I didn't even know about this. That's the beauty and the power of the community, Dave, is having that many eyes on the prize. And the information travels so fast. And we're able to break it first. Like, honestly, we're the first ones breaking this on YouTube. Nobody else is breaking this news. Like usual, we're breaking it first. It broke, and this is not down 98.8%. This is a reverse split, okay?
Yeah.
So it has opened up at 1878, and it has already gone up to 1951. It has traded 3.4 million shares. This is enormous volume.
Yeah.
This, I believe, could be an incredible buying opportunity. But like I said, we don't know. Who knows? Right? I'm not, I'm just, they call me Rich Stradamus, but at the end of the day, I can't, I can't be right about everything. And, but this right here, this looks affordable for an investor.
Yeah, I would say so. I totally agree with what you're saying. It used to be, a couple thousand per share, something like that for GBTC. Am I right?
Yes. When we found it, it was $100. Kenny Lee. I got to give it to DJ Cloud Ninja. Kenny Lee, one of our amazing partners here at Rich TV Live. He broke it last year when like probably like maybe like almost a year ago, you know, probably about, you know, maybe 10, yeah, maybe about 10, maybe a couple months from now, maybe in March he broke it when it was at $100. We saw it go to 3,000.
3,000.
Insane. And now they just did a 91-to-1 reverse to make it more affordable. It was still over 1,000, and it went to 1878, and right now it's back to 1950. So to be able to pick this up for $19.50, it reminds me a lot of the medical marijuana ETF. In fact, I'll pull that up. The HLMSF ETF.
Yep.
HLMSF. The Horizons Medical Life Sciences Index ETF, which is the marijuana ETF, which is trading at $17.76.
Yep.
Now, how is this similar? GBTC is, I believe from my research, this is about 9.9% of Bitcoin.
Okay. So it's mostly Bitcoin. And it's what a great way to get in if you only have an E-Trade account or TD Ameritrade account, something like that. Maybe you don't want to get involved in exchanges like Coinbase or GDAX or Bitfinex, something like that. Maybe you've heard, oh, well, those things have been hacked. Not that bothers me, not that seems to bother Rich, but as far as I could tell. But, you know, maybe you just want, or maybe you want to stay within your IRA, your retirement account. This is one way to get in. Rich's picks have been consistently winners, consistently. I'm not going to say 100%, but I'm going to say time after time. Rich was kind enough to come on my channel not long ago and pick some real winners, and people are already sending me thank you emails and leaving comments on my videos.
Great.
By the way, you want to go to, and I'm going to put this in the description below my video, I want you to go to www.richtvlive.com if you want to see more of Rich's picks. I want you to go to his YouTube channel, which either just go to YouTube and type in the little search box there, Rich TV or Rich TV Live, or go to those links in the description below my video. Looks like we're looking at New Vera, NUU.
Yes.
Cannabis Wheaton. I've actually gotten requests about Cannabis Wheaton recently. I'm going to have to research that.
Yes.
What do you know about these companies?
I love Cannabis Wheaton, Dave. If there's a company that I believe is going to explode in 2018, Cannabis Wheaton is one of them. I put it right up there with companies like Ripple. I put it right up there with companies like Aurora Cannabis that I believe are my top pick of 2018. I love Aurora Cannabis. ACB is the symbol in Canada. ACBFF in America. I love Aurora Cannabis. Cannabis Wheaton is what I consider kind of like myself. They are an investment trust. And what they do is they invest in all the major licensed producers. Okay. But unlike you and me that are putting in measly, thousands, they're putting in millions, okay? And they are owning, 5-10% of some of the larger companies like Abcan, for example. Yeah. So CBW, Cannabis Wheaton, is one of the largest partners and funders of Abcan, ABCN, which is another one of my picks that I brought to you guys first, and I talked to everyone about their IPO, Abcan, when they were at, and I mean, all these picks have been massive winners. I brought every pick I'm showing you behind me. I brought all these picks when they're at $1, $2, and I mean, you can see Ephira is at $15.68. I brought this to you guys when it was literally $1 last year at this time.
I remember that. I remember.
So if we look at Abcan, which I absolutely love and adore, and it's down today, but I believe those are the days that you're buying. You buy when it's down, and you sell when it's up. So on a day like today with Abcan, when it's at $3.39 and down 11%, this is a company that I broke to everybody when it was at 75 cents. Yeah. So it's at $3.39 less than a year later. And this company did their IPO at $1.07. And I did their video, and I was the first one to bring this company to YouTube, to be quite frank. And they were at around 75 cents US, I believe 75 to 85 cents US, and $1.07 Canadian when they did their IPO. It's amazing to see them at $3.39, and they were just at $4 a couple days ago. So
wow.
I love this company, and CBW, Cannabis Wheaton, did their IPO not too long ago at a much lower price too, and I brought it to everybody first. And they're now today at $2.30. They've had an epic rise just recently from like $1 to $2, which I've been able to profit from generously. So I've been very, very happy with all of these companies. Now this company here, NUU, has just exploded today, Nuvera. And I love this company as well, and they have huge potential. Now, short term, they're going to go up and down. So you can't look at these investments, and I mean, you can do whatever you want with the investments, but I don't look at these investments as a day trade. I look at them like, I'm going to buy them, and then whenever I see profits, I'm going to take them. Now, based on the fact that they're in the medical marijuana industry, and GBTC is in the cryptocurrency industry. Those are two of the hottest industries in the world. There's going to be ups and downs. There's going to be peaks and valleys. The way I trade is I buy in the red. I would not chase Nuvera in the green. I do the opposite of everybody else. I buy when it's in the red. Now, you might think that's insanity, but that's the way I trade. So is this really in the red? This is not a real indication of whether or not GBTC is in the red, because this was reversed on a 91-to-1 reverse split. So what that means is they reduced the amount of shares that they had, and they also reduced the price. 91 for 1. So if you had your shares at $1,000, now you would have less shares.
Well, basically,
you would have, sorry, I apologize. You would have more shares. At a lower price. So don't panic if today you're like, oh my God, you know, this is at $20, but now you have more shares. So you may have had one share of GBTC, okay, at let's say $1,200, I believe, around that price, if I can remember, before the reverse, last time I looked at it. And now you've got, you know, you may have 91 shares at $19. So that's kind of the way it would shake out. I don't know if you have a calculator and you want to figure that out, but if you add this number times 91, you should get the amount of shares you had. That's the way a reverse works, correct, Dave? So
that is correct.
Don't panic if all of a sudden you got 91 shares instead of 1. If you had 1 and it was at 1,000 and now you have 91 and it's at $20, it should be around the same, give or take, the buying and selling and the market fluctuations. Correct or incorrect?
That is, you're absolutely correct, sir. Very good explanation. So I kind of explain it to my clients and students this way. Imagine if you have one big share, okay, like one big pizza. You know, if you have a whole pizza and they slice it into 8 slices, do you have any more pizza? Do you have any less pizza? No, you have the same amount of pizza. It's just cut up, okay? Correct. So instead of one big pizza, you have 8 little slices, same amount of pizza. So what they did was they took one share, one very expensive share of GBTC, and cut it into 91 little pieces. But it's still the same amount. It still adds up to the same amount of money, still has the same value. It retains its value. So nothing is gained or lost. So instead of one big share, now you have 91 little shares. If you had already, this is for people who already purchased GBTC before, they already owned it. Let's say you didn't own it yet. Now you want to buy it. Well, now instead of having to buy the whole pizza, now you can buy little slices. You can buy little shares, and they're much more affordable. They're like what, $15, something like that, instead of $1,500 or $1,200.
That's right.
Before, if you wanted a little bit of GBTC, too bad, so sad. You had to buy a big old $1,200 or $1,500 share,
and nobody was buying it.
And people were buying it. Now,
nobody. I don't think too many people were buying it. I don't think too many people could afford it at $1,000 a share.
Right. That was tough for people to afford. Now it's more affordable. It's actually a good sign. Stock splits, regular splits are not such a good sign necessarily, but reverse splits are a good sign. I remember back in, I think it was 2014, something like that, when Apple was between $700 and $800 a share. Not affordable for a lot of people. And you know Apple's a great company.
Huge.
Their price went up so much because they're a great company. The price just kept going up and up and up. until they decided, you know what, it's getting out of control. Most people can't afford it. Let's reverse. I'm sorry. Let's split it. Let's split the share. So I'm sorry. I might have said the wrong thing before. Split is good. Reverse split is bad. Reverse split is when the stock price goes down so much, gets so cheap that they actually have to artificially inflate the price by reverse splitting it. So those are bad. Regular splits, like we saw in Apple in 2014, it went from $700 to $130 or $100, something like that. And then the price just rose from there. So I've noticed that whenever a stock is successful, the price goes up and up and up, becomes unaffordable, so they split the stock price. Usually it rises after that. No guarantees. We're not making any guarantees here on the show. But it's usually a good sign because it's usually a good fund that tends to go up in price. Also, it's good because then when it's more affordable, as Rich alluded to previously, that more people will get in. The Robinhood traders might get in, as I call them. Okay, nothing against people on Robinhood, but the retail traders, the 20-somethings, the 30-somethings who thought about investing before but couldn't afford it. Oh, wow, now I can get into Bitcoin right from my Robinhood app or whatever. Of course, now Robinhood is going to start accepting cryptocurrencies, so that's a different story. But a lot of people are going to enter this trade now because it's more affordable. That could make the price rise over time. Okay, so, and more importantly, don't buy GBTC for those reasons. Buy it only because you think Bitcoin itself, the underlying asset of the trust, is going to go up over time. So that's the ultimate question is Bitcoin going to go up? Well, Rich says buy in the red, sell in the green. He didn't tell everybody to go buy it, wait until it was 19, 20,000 to buy it. He told people to buy it when it's in the red. It's in the red now, and it's stabilizing. What do you think, Rich? Do you think Bitcoin is stabilized? Has it found a range?
You know, I have issues with Bitcoin because of the technology.
Okay.
I'm a technology guy, and I like new technology, and I like cutting edge technology. That's why I love marijuana stocks, because I believe they are the future, because it's medicine, and they are curing cancer, and they are curing epilepsy, they're curing pain, all kinds of things with medicine. So the thing I love about technology and the blockchain is that it's cutting edge. The blockchain is unpenetrable. Once something is on the blockchain, it's there forever. So what is the problem with the blockchain? Hacking, fraud, scandal, and you see it all over the place. Correct or incorrect? That's the problem. So people are afraid. There's a fear. It's like if you get in, you know you could lose everything you get in with. Everybody already knows that when they get into crypto. That's why I say to people, like, look at all the major investors like Warren Buffett. He won't touch it. He'll probably buy GBTC because it's a stock. But he will, and I don't know if he has or he hasn't, but you know, that remains to be seen. But he doesn't like crypto because he can't wrap his head around it. He can't touch it. He likes razor blades and toilet paper. So he likes things that he understands, that he likes marijuana stocks. So he likes things that are growing, and he says in 20 years he can see have a future. The reason why I'm investing in marijuana stocks, I believe they have a future. The reason why I'm investing in Ripple is I believe Ripple has a future. The reason why I'm investing in Stellar Lumens is I believe Stellar Lumens has a future. The reason why I'm looking in companies like EOS, Neo, Bitcoin Cash is I believe they all have a great future. Litecoin, Ethereum. I believe they have a great future. I believe the industry has an incredible future. I don't know about Bitcoin because of its... and people are going to hate me for this, but the speed of it, the backlog of transactions, the cost of transactions in comparison to a lot of other coins and tokens that are starting to come out. And I believe that there's always a great chance that Bitcoin is going to do very well because it is the most known commodity in the blockchain, in the crypto world. Everybody knows the name Bitcoin. It's the grandfather. But the usability of it for merchants, or lack thereof, I believe is going to become an issue. And I believe it's going to potentially hinder the growth of Bitcoin. And I think at some point and I've said this since day one, I believe at some point there's a chance that Bitcoin Cash will be the real Bitcoin. And I'm not the only one saying this. Roger Ver, who is one of the largest supporters of Bitcoin cryptocurrencies and obviously Bitcoin Cash, and on the board of NAGA, another ICO that I really like a lot, Roger Ver is the largest proponent of Bitcoin Cash, and he says it himself that he believes Bitcoin Cash is faster, better, starting to be more adopted by miners and merchants, and you can't keep saying that that is not an issue for Bitcoin. At some point, it's going to become an issue for Bitcoin, and at some point, we're going to see Bitcoin Cash, I believe, rise above Bitcoin. And I don't know when. I don't even know if it's possible, but I just think as a person that just looks at companies that are faster and better, eventually faster and better just means bigger and better to me. So when I look at Facebook and I look at all the companies that they surpassed, why did they surpass them? Because they were faster, they were bigger, they were better. And I believe that there's a chance that Bitcoin Cash and Ripple and Ethereum and EOS, some of those, and Neo, some of those other platforms have the potential to maybe rival Bitcoin. I believe that that's a possibility, and that's what I'm looking into is what are going to be the investments that are going to last 20 years. That's the way Warren Buffett invests. That's the rich system. I want to invest in those types of opportunities. A couple of our members are asking some marijuana questions. I wanted to just get into POTN, and I wanted to get your opinion on POTN and ADVT. Thank you, Jim Freeman, for those two picks.
Thank you.
I love those two picks. I mean, look at ADVT. It's up 50% today. What's not to love? Traded 12 million shares. It's one of the companies that I've brought to everybody's attention last year. I was one of the first to bring ADVT to the world on our channel, and they've done well. And I believe, and I'm going to make this prediction, okay, for all of you Richaholics and all of you fans of Rich TV Live and David Moadel and as Rich Stradamus, I will predict that the marijuana stocks in America will explode. And you guys heard it here first. I'm going to predict that the marijuana stocks in America will explode. They will surpass the marijuana stocks in Canada. And what will happen is Mr. Trump, being a very smart businessman, is going to look at the numbers. He's going to open up the numbers. He's going to look at the books, David. And what he's going to see is he's going to see that Colorado and Las Vegas and California, all of these states that are opening up to recreational legal marijuana, are going to be generating such enormous returns. And he's going to say, I have a great idea. We're going to make America great again. And what we're going to do is not only are we going to allow the markets to continue to sustain themselves, but we're going to have another enormous year. And the way we're going to do it is we're going to open up more states to medical marijuana research. And little by little, one by one, states will open up and they will become profitable. And that intelligent president that is looking at the numbers as a businessman, say what you want about the man on a personal level. Everyone has their own opinions, but financially, the United States has never done so well in the markets. Let's be honest. And the marijuana stocks, since I've been doing it over the last year, have been nothing short of legendary here in Canada. Okay?
Right.
Legendary. And I brought all those picks to the world for free. Didn't want your money.
Yep.
Okay?
That's correct.
Now, I want to continue to bring those picks. We'll continue to break it. We'll continue to bring all the winners. But it's not a combination of just me and you. It's a combination of the entire community bringing these picks.
Yep.
ADVT, Advantage Corporation, which I absolutely love. Look at it. How do you not love this? Right? And then Pot Network, one that was at pennies. And now it's at 72 cents. So these are great examples of companies in America that will explode. And there's going to be more. I'm going to show you guys a couple that I love, okay? Since we're here to help the people.
Yep.
And we do it absolutely free here on YouTube. And we love you, YouTube. Without you, YouTube, none of this would be possible. Look at
That's
Kush
right.
bottles. My
Yep.
goodness. Now it's $6.90. I remember
Yeah.
talking about this when it was less than $1.
Mm.
This is
Yeah.
an American company. It is a bottling and packaging company. It is
Yeah.
one of the biggest and best companies in America to invest into.
Right.
This is a monster. Okay? These types of companies are the companies that I am watching very carefully. Okay? Let's take a look at another one. Suniva. They call this the Cannabis Growth Corp of America. Okay? Of California. They're calling this the Cannabis Growth Corp of California. It's down 11% today. It just came public and did their IPO 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
All right? I mean, that's what we do here. We break the news first, Dave. All right?
That's right.
So
That's right.
NUU and Suniva are two of the newest, best, biggest opportunities on the block. Okay? And Suniva, that's the U.S. listing right there, guys.
Yeah.
I mean,
SNNVF. Got it.
The Cannabis Growth Corp of California. Now, let me remind you of who Cannabis Growth Corp is, people, because that's what we do here. We bring you the winners. Cannabis Growth Corp is the company that I was talking to you guys about last year.
That's right.
And it's been nothing short of amazing how well Cannabis Growth Corp has done. You could have bought this for $2 last year. Now trading at $26.55, a 10-bagger.
Wow.
A 10-bagger right here for everybody to see. And we were talking about it every day.
You were. And again, if people on my channel and on Rich's channel, you want to keep getting these free picks. First of all, Rich is doing this for free. He's not being compensated. He's not being compensated by the companies. He doesn't have a paywall subscription thing going on right now. He's just giving these picks for free because he wants to help the community. Because it does not hurt Rich if more people invest in these things. It doesn't help him to keep it a secret. I think it's really great that Rich is doing this. If you're on my channel or Rich's channel, check out www.richtvlive.com. Plenty of picks there. Also, just head on over to Rich's channel if you're not there already. Rich TV and Rich TV Live in the description below my video. You want to check those out. I think it's fascinating because so many people talk about the Canadian ones, the well-known ones: Aurora, Afria, Canopy, Organogram, MedRelief. But now Rich, he surprised me. I did not expect this. I'm pleasantly surprised. He said, hey, you guys in America, you got some darn good companies too. Maybe not the ones that you thought were the great ones, though. Most people mention Hemp Inc. or Medical Marijuana Inc., one of those. TerraTech, Agritech, those are some of the famous ones. But Rich is picking out the gems, the hidden gems. I did not expect that. So once again, we're looking at NUU, CBW.
What I will not do is go for anything on hype, okay? What I've learned over the last year is I'm not going to buy anything because of hype. I'm only going to be buying the best companies that have licenses. The only ones I'm going to bring you guys will be the companies that are the biggest and the baddest, okay?
Yeah.
And the reason is, as an investor, I've learned over the last year, why am I going to put good money after bad money? I'm not taking a risk with my money. I'm not investing in these penny stocks anymore. I'm done. I'm not taking any risks. I'm only investing in the biggest and the best. Okay?
Yeah.
And since I started doing that, David, I started winning. And I started winning a lot. Okay?
Yeah.
And I'm part of a lot of groups. And these groups are filled with a lot of intelligent people that do a lot of analysis. They do a lot of research. They bring me the winners, okay? And they're constantly bringing me the winners, constantly bringing the winners. So I'm constantly doing the research. I'm constantly watching these stocks, watching these cryptocurrencies, and I'm trying to find the best. I want to find the best to bring our community, okay? Because the more I've learned about investing is that why even take the risks? You don't need to take the risks. You can invest in the best. And it seems as though even companies like GBTC are now giving us a chance to buy them at affordable prices. You know, right now it's going back down to $19.18. These are affordable prices. Nobody's going to want to buy it for $1,000. Right. But if you're a 20-year-old student For 19
Yeah.
bucks, yeah, I'll pick up some Bitcoin investment trust.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is brilliant.
Yeah. It's a great move. Yeah.
This is what companies need to do, right? Now, if you're a marijuana stock like MSRT, you're at 39 cents. I've seen this one at $1. I've seen this go down.
Yeah.
These are the ones that are more risky, okay?
Yeah.
The ones like New Strike right here.
Yeah.
I love New Strike Resources. This is 5% owned by the Tragically Hip.
Okay.
That's star power, okay?
Yeah.
You got star power like the Tragically Hip, and I own 10,000 shares of this company. Okay. I believe in this company long term, and will I hold it until it goes to $10? Probably not, because I'm so disciplined that when I see 2, 3, 4, 5,000 in profit, I just take it. But I'd like to think I'd like to hold it to $10, but I don't believe I'll have the patience, because as a trader, when I see 20, 30% returns, I like to just take them. I like to scoop them up. But I like to be in the game though, you know, I like to be on the sidelines with my cash. And then if it goes down on a day like today, those are the days I want to buy it. And then tomorrow, if it's in the green and I see a $2,000 or $3,000 return, I'm going to take it. You know, how can you not? And that's kind of my way of trading. So I don't really put a date on it. I kind of put more like a strike price. Like, I'm going to buy some New Strike, and I bought it at $1.35 Canadian. The U.S. symbol is NWKRF. The Canadian symbol is HIP.
HIP.
After the Tragically Hip, which I think is brilliant. So
New Strike. Yep.
I bought it $1.35. I'm up a little bit. I'm not even thinking about selling at this price, but if it goes to $2 and I got 10,000 shares, I'm going to think about selling, you know?
Yep.
That's a pretty good return. You know, I'll make about, $5,000 at least. So those are the kind of moves I like to make. And if I can make a move like that in a week or 2 weeks, man, you know, that's kind of the way I like to trade. So sometimes I'll hold, but usually I won't. And then I'll just sell it. And then if it goes back down to $1, then I'll buy another 10,000 shares. And then if it goes back up to $2, then I'll sell it again. And then all of a sudden I just made 10 grand. I mean, that's kind of how I like to trade. It's more like a swing trade, but it's more on momentum based on industries that are hot. And if I find that the industry starts going cold, I'll just sell out. You know, like at a profit. If I see a profit, I'll just sell out, get out, sit on the sidelines. You know?
Nothing wrong with that. You're not going to, Rich is not trying to be a hero. Okay. No. He's not going to buy something that's a falling knife. Okay. Because if you try to catch a falling knife, you're going to cut yourself. You don't want to do that. He's buying in industries that have growth potential. He's buying in industries that he has researched carefully. And if you want to get involved, by the way, in Rich's community, besides the website, besides the YouTube channel, Rich, I think it's pretty easy to get involved in your Facebook and WhatsApp groups. If somebody wants to get involved in that, how would they do it?
Yeah, I mean, anybody can. We actually have our app on Google Play, so anybody can get our app on Google Play, and you guys can just look for Rich TV Live or just message me. You can message me through email. And you can go to, richtvlive.com. You can reach us through YouTube, and we love you, YouTube. So, I'm an easy guy to talk to, Dave. I'm not anybody that's... The one thing about both of us is we're both normal guys. We make mistakes. I make mistakes. I'll never say I haven't made mistakes. And I'm going to continue to make mistakes, because I don't believe if you're not willing to make mistakes, then you're not going to make anything. So I'm willing to make the mistakes. But I want to reduce them. So the way I reduce them is by investing in the medical marijuana ETF and by investing in the biggest and the baddest cryptocurrencies. And that's the way I look at it. And these are all companies that I'm showing you that I love. And it's beautiful because the listeners, the watchers, the viewers, the subscribers, they're giving me these picks. And it's becoming more and more amazing to watch people that are actually starting to win, and they're giving me picks, and their picks are amazing. So Emblem Corp, love this company, guys. If you guys aren't watching these companies and writing them down, these companies are licensed producers from Health Canada, okay?
Yeah.
A licensed producer from Health Canada is like a company that's just hit gold. It's a 43101. and they've just hit gold, and they're going to start pulling gold bars out of the ground. Like, that is what it is when a medical marijuana company has a license from Health Canada. It's really that big. And these companies, yeah, and all these companies, Supreme Cannabis Corp, I love this company. I own this company, okay? I own a lot of shares of Supreme Pharmaceuticals. I believe I own about 3,000 shares. And I'm going to hold it, you know, because I really like it, and I believe it will be at $10 Canadian. The Canadian symbol is fire. I love that symbol, fire. I mean, that symbol alone is worth $10. So
there you go.
Yeah, so it's fire in Canada, and they are going to be listing on the Toronto Stock Exchange.
Hey, all right.
And that's huge news. Awesome. The last two companies that got listed on the Toronto Stock Exchange are Afira Inc., APHQF, which went from $5 to over $20 after they got listed on the Toronto Stock Exchange, and Cannabis Growth Corp., which I've showed you guys earlier in the show, TWMJF in America, Weed, WEED in Canada, and they went from like $5 to like, now I believe they're at $35 today. So in Canada, 25 I believe in the US. So those are all monsters, which I absolutely love. These companies are huge winners. And like I said, this is what you guys are going to hear from Rich Stradamus, okay, the prediction. They're going to go up and down between now and September, okay? It's going to be choppy. It's going to be up and down. So I'm going to day trade them, okay? Not really day trade, but kind of like buy them in the red, sell them in the green. And whenever they're in the green, I'm willing to take it. I don't care if I take a $200 profit or a $20,000 profit. I'm just looking to buy in the red, sell in the green. And that's kind of my attitude. And if I can make a few $1,000s a week, a few $1,000s a month trading, that's the way I like to trade, okay? But with these investments, I don't really panic. I don't. The way I trade is when they go in the red, I buy them. And then if they go down, I buy more. And that's the way I trade. And I'm actually happy when they go down. And people think I'm insane. But then that's the way I trade. And then they go down 11% and I'm buying. And then, you know, a week, 2 weeks later, they're up again and then I'm selling. And it's just like a robot. I don't even have any emotion, to be honest with you.
Yeah, that's a great way to trade or to invest. Now, people need to know, be careful with that method. You don't want to overtrade in any one stock or commodity or equity, okay? So there's a limit. For me, for example, if I buy a stock that I believe in at $10 and then it goes down to $9, I'll buy some more. If it goes down to $8, I'll buy a little bit more. Because if it was a bargain at 10 and 9, it's an even better bargain at 8. And then I stop, okay? I don't invest anything I cannot afford to lose. And when I average down, as they call it, I only do it up to 3 times and then I stop because I don't want to over leverage myself or overinvest in any one stock or position. So please be careful with this. But that is a great way to invest. If something was a bargain at 10, goes down, don't freak out. Stay unemotional like Rich does. Decide, do I want to buy some more? Hey, if it was a bargain at 10, how about at 9 and 8? Yes, it's an even better bargain. Put in a little bit more and then stop and just ride out the roller coaster because it's like a roller coaster. The stock market is scary, but also thrilling, especially when you're winning.
Yes.
And if you're not winning, as Rich says, you're probably not watching. So what do we got here?
Another one, like these, I love the subscribers, man. Like these picks are really good. DC, respect to DC for all these picks. You know, honestly, you know, DC is asking if he should take profits or hold. I like to take my profits, okay? Because I believe that the market's going to be choppy. It's going to be up and down and choppy between now and September. That's my belief. I might be wrong.
Sure.
And please do not buy or sell anything because I told you to. I am doing what I'm doing, and I'm a big boy, and I'm willing to take my lumps, and I'm willing to take my wins. So that is my strategy, and I stick to it, okay? Religiously, okay? But when people say, should I take profits, I always think if there's profits there, take them.
Okay.
That's my attitude. That's how I've traded. Because you're protecting your equity. That is the biggest thing you're doing is you're protecting your equity. When you do not take your profits, and this has happened to me many times, stock goes way up, I'm way up. I'm like, oh, I'm feeling great. Sell, Rich. Well, no, because I'm feeling great. Well, you don't. If you don't sell, then you don't get your profit. No, I'm not going to sell. Next day, right back down. Oh. Rich, what'd you
Yep.
do? Oh, I should have sold. Well, why didn't you sell? Because I thought it was going to go higher. Well, why didn't you sell?
Right.
Because I got emotional. I should have been a robot, should have taken my profits and ran. Happens all the time, David. But
Sure.
then there's times where I'm not emotional and it goes up and I just sell like a sniper, like a ninja. And that feels so good. And then it goes right back down again. And I'm like, thank God I sold. Happens all the time. And so it's like sometimes you're going to win and sometimes you're going to lose. But it's better when you win. So that's why I say to people, just take your profits, guys. Seriously. Take your profits. Because it's going to go back down at some point and you can buy it again. I'm telling you. Right? And if it doesn't and it goes back up, you can buy it again anyways. So it doesn't really matter. And sometimes I do chase something like Abcan. I'm not going to lie to you. I bought it. It went up. I sold it. I bought it. It went up. I sold it. I bought it. It went up. It sold it. And then it went up again to $4 and I bought a lot of it. And it came down to $3.39. So I'm down on it right now. What do I do? Am I going to panic? No. I'm actually buying more. Like, honestly, that's the way I think. So I'm just going to buy more of it. And it's like people think, oh, you're insane. Well, I believe in it. I believe in it. So I've been making money all the way up. And yeah, maybe I chased it a little bit because it kept going up. It did a big run recently from $2.50 to $4. And I am buying it at $4 because I was buying it, selling it, buying it, selling it, buying it, selling. And I bought it on the way up because it just kept going up. And now it's retracting. So what do I do? Buy more. That's how I trade. Okay? So I'm buying more today to lower my cost average. So my cost average was $4. Right now it's $3.39. I'm going to buy some more at $3.39, lower my cost to about $3.70. So when it goes back up to $4 again, I'll be able to sell. So that's how I trade. So, I mean, that's how I trade. And some people, they panic. They're like, oh, Rich, you said I should buy and it went down. And I'm like, well, yeah, long term, I believe these will all go up. If you watch my videos, you will see all of my picks that I gave you guys that were licensed producers have all gone up at least 100%. At least 100%. Okay? And those are the facts. Now, anything that's not a licensed producer, anything that's been a penny stock, MJNMA, all these other hemp, all these other penny stock type deals, they haven't done as well. So what did I learn from that? I'm not going to invest in those. I'm going to stay away from those hype machines. And some of them will probably do very well. But personally, I'm going to stay away. And I'm only going to invest in the licensed producers or companies that I believe will get a license. Because if they get a license, that news shoots them right up.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
So
that's huge.
That's how I've been trading these. And I like them all. Right? I like some more than others. The ones that are at $1, $2 are the ones that are the ones I like. Right? And you can see them all. IMLFF, love it. PUFXF, Puff Ventures, love it. Like, I love these companies. These companies are going to explode in 2018. The ones that haven't exploded in America, but have exploded in Canada, 2018 is going to be the year of America. And you heard it here first on Rich TV with David Moadel. And on David Moadel. And looking at the markets, because they are next in line. And the market in America is 10 times larger than the market in Canada. So how can they not explode? Explain that to me.
Those two that you just mentioned, IMLFF, I believe it was, because you went kind of fast there.
Yes. Puff Ventures, PUFXF, which is at $1.16. Love this company. What's not to love about it? And IMLFF, another great company brought to you by the people. So I love these companies. So I think they're all great companies. But when people say, should I, buy, should I sell? That's really up to you guys. But these are all great companies that I'm going to just keep buying and selling all the time. Right. Because I believe they're just going to keep going up over time. So I'm going to just keep trading them. But you need to stay in a cash position so that you're ready as a sniper so you can buy the ones that you love the most when they're in the red. That's how you make money. And you buy them when they're down, and then when they shoot up, you sell. You just made a few $1,000 and your money is protected. You're in a cash position.
Have some dry powder, folks. Have some cash ready.
Yes.
If you're fully invested and then you see something that comes along that you think is a great deal, you won't have any cash to buy it with.
Exactly.
It's a problem. Got to have some
Exactly.
dry powder, as they say. And just to sum up what Rich just told us so eloquently, you cannot lose money locking in profits. You will never lose money taking profits. Okay. Now, yes, it's going to happen sometimes that you buy a stock, it goes up, you take profits, and then you watch it go up more. Are you going to cry about it, or are you going to pat yourself on the back and say, "Hey, I made money. I made $500. I made $2,000. If you made $100,
take the money and
if
run.
I'm walking down the street and I see $100 bill on the sidewalk, I'm so happy. I'm like, this is a great day. And yet people come to me, they say, Dave, I made $100 on this trade. I'm so angry. I could have made more. Man, you got $100 free dollars. Go buy yourself a nice dinner and feel sorry for yourself over there, because I'm not having it. Okay, you did great. Take your profits, and if it goes up more, that's okay. There are over 5,000 stocks on the New York Stock Exchange. I don't know, there are more in Canada, I'm sure. There are tons of them. So, if you miss the bus, another bus comes along every 15 minutes, okay? Another bus is going to be here real soon. So don't be afraid to lock in those profits along the way.
That's right.
I see something up there, SLTK. I'm pretty familiar with Solus Tech. What do you think of it?
Well, you know what? Why don't you talk about it? Because I don't know anything about it. One of our members brought me this pick, so this is great. I was gonna just say it looks good. I don't know nothing about it. I like the fact that it's at $1.50, so it shows that it's at a reasonable price. But I haven't done any due diligence. I haven't done any research. I don't like the volume. 162,000 shares at $1 is nothing spectacular. So that concerns me. I would like to see this trading in the millions. That right there is a little bit of a red flag for me. But that might be for many different reasons. I don't know, right? So why don't you tell me? What do you like about it? Is it a marijuana stock?
Yeah, no, it's hydroponics. If you're into the hydroponics aspect of it, then cool. I think hydroponics is kind of oversaturated. There's a lot of competition in the hydroponics industry. And SLTK was not the first. Solus Tech was not the first. They won't be the last. It's a bit speculative. Do I see a particular reason to buy it right now? No. I'd rather buy what Rich just recommended, honestly, or some of the big movers in the Canadians, Aurora, Canopy Growth, Afri. I'd rather buy those than Solus Tech. No particular reason to buy it, unless you like the company, which, it gets a big for me.
Okay. I mean, like I said, I'm a little concerned about the volume. I would need to do more research and due diligence on it. But based on my research, based on the insiders in the industry, in the marijuana industry that I talk to, they are saying that this will be a huge year for the medical marijuana industry in America. Yeah. And it's going to come out of nowhere, David. So since it's going to come out of nowhere, I wanted to break it first and make sure that everybody knows that we're breaking this news first, so that when it does explode in America, people can go back to this video, January 29th, 2018, and say, Rich Stradamus broke the news first.
Mm-hmm. That's right. That's right.
Or, you know what? You could say I was totally wrong. You could say I was totally wrong.
Well, you're giving out free picks here, folks. There should be no haters on this video. There should be no thumbs down. It should be all thumbs up, because he's giving you free picks. He totally doesn't have to do this. He needs this like a hole in the head, but he wants to do it, okay? Rich enjoys interacting with his WhatsApp community, which I'm part of. And I've seen in the WhatsApp and on the Facebook group, which you should check out as well, I've seen people not only get some ideas. I mean, people have to make their own decisions, of course, do their own research, but I've seen people get ideas from Rich that have made them quite a bit of money. And they also get a little bit of therapy or commiseration when trades go against them for a while, which is going to happen sometimes. Some trades are going to get, you're going to buy something at 10, it's going to go down to 8. And Rich, he's there for people when it happens. And he says, hey, man, don't get shaken out. The market will shake people out of the tree who are weak emotionally, all right? So he'll help you to stay in the trade when you need to, making your own decisions, of course. Organogram, that's more than SLTK. I would be more on this level.
Okay, I broke this deal. Company. I broke this deal last year, and I told everybody, and I got a lot of flack for this. I told everybody this was a guaranteed winner. Guaranteed. I use the word guaranteed. I know people are like, how do you do that? You're not an investment advisor. You can't do that. I said, Organigram, Aurora Cannabis, Cannabis Growth Corp, Fire Inc. I said, those were my Fab Five, okay? And Supreme Pharmaceuticals. I said those were my Fab Five last year. I put them in my Fab Five. I said they're too big to fail. They're monsters. They're guaranteed winners. Go back, watch all the videos. Every single one of those picks is up dramatically. I love this company. At $4, my goodness, I'm telling you right now, I love Organigram. They will hit $10.
Okay.
You heard it here first from Richard Adamus. They will hit $10. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when.
Okay. Organigram. OGRMF.
And I mean, another free pick. I mean, like I said, all I try to do is bring you guys the winners. And this right here is a monster. The fact that it's still under $5 in Canada is mind-boggling to me.
Wow. Okay.
And I'm telling you right now, it will be at $10. And it is a monster. They have huge grow licenses, enormous grow licenses. But if you remember, this is the company that was having issues with pesticides in their crops, which created an amazing buying opportunity for people like me who love the company and rode it all the way up. But the reality is, I believe this has way more room to go.
Okay.
So some of the listeners, what's up, Tony Brown? I love you too, bro. Love you too, Tony Brown. Some of the listeners, some of the watchers were wanting to know my opinion on Organigram. I am very bullish on Organigram. I put it in the category of too big to fail. I put it in the category of guaranteed winners last year, even when they were having issues with pesticides. I told everybody that that was a buying opportunity, and people thought I was crazy. It was at $1. Up 400% now.
Wow. Yeah, you know, you were bullish on it when they were having troubles, when they were having problems. It's easy, folks, it's easy to find people on YouTube who are bullish on something after it went up 20, 30, 50, 100%. Plenty of guys like that are a dime a dozen. How often do you find somebody who is bullish on something that's having problems, but he knows it's a darn good company, he knows there's plenty of growth potential, and then, you know, it's he doubles, triples, quadruples his money and your money if you took his suggestions.
They got a license. They got a license from the government of Canada. They will work out their problems. That license, like I've told you guys, is like a 43101 for a gold company to find gold and to start mining gold and to start pulling gold out of the ground. So when you have a license from Health Canada, you got the green light to grow. Organigram is one of the largest growers as far as square footage, as far as grow facility space, as far as their growth potential. They're in the top 5. So when I see other companies trading at $30 and they're at $5, you want to know about buying opportunities? I put this as one of the top buying opportunities of 2018. No doubt.
OGRMF if you're in the United States. OGRMF, OGI in Canada. So there you go. You're hearing it. These
I think one of the questions by Esquire is, do I believe that Organigram will be an acquisition target? No, I believe Organigram will be one of the larger licensed producers that will be one of the top 5, I believe. At the end of the day, when it's all said and done, they will be one of the top 5. So for them at these prices, I believe this is nothing short of an amazing buying opportunity. And it's kind of funny because when I say that, you literally see the price going up. While we're live.
Is this buy now? We're not telling people what to do. Is this buy now or is this wait for a dip kind of deal?
Honestly, I'm buying all of these marijuana stocks right now because I'm positioning myself for September because, mark my words, it'll be dead in the summertime. It'll go up and down. It'll trade choppy. It'll go up and down. Some of them will go up. but
Right.
some will go down. But I believe September to December, based on the history in 2017 and
Yeah.
2016, if history repeats itself again for a third year in a row, which I predicted it would have this year, and I was right. In 2017, I predicted verbatim what was going to happen, and I'm
Yeah.
going to predict the exact same thing will happen again in 2018. I
Okay.
predict what will happen is that it'll trade choppy up and down all summer, and then in September they will skyrocket. In October, they will skyrocket more. In November, they will skyrocket more. And in December, they will skyrocket more. And
Wow.
that is exactly what has happened in 2016 and 2017, where for some reason they trade choppy and up and down, as if it's like all these banks are just positioning themselves. And then in September, they're like, all right, boys, let's go to town. And then they just explode. And you can see the charts. And I've analyzed it. I've broken it down. And a lot of people can see this trend, and those that are patient enough to take advantage of it will capitalize again this year.
Yeah. There's a seasonality, it sounds like you're saying here,
There is.
to how these, like it goes up in September, October, November, December. It has done that for 2 years in a row, as Rich Tradamus predicted correctly. Will it happen again this year? No guarantees, but why not? Why wouldn't it happen again if that's the seasonal pattern that we're looking at? We shall wait and see, and we shall profit if we're taking Rich's advisement seriously. Cool. So organogram, that's the most bullish I've heard you in a while, and I've heard you pretty bullish before. I haven't heard you this bullish on anything since Ripple, and we've seen what happened to Ripple to the moon since you last put out your pick for that one.
I'm buying more Ripple. I'm going to keep buying Ripple. Because as
Okay.
long as the banks are using Ripple, and now I'm hearing that Visa is going to be using Ripple and testing Ripple, I mean, the names are just, they speak for themselves. I don't invest in prices. I don't invest in hype. I invest in technology. And if the price goes down, I buy more because I'm just holding long term for my early retirement. So, so I just, that's the way I invest. It's the way I've always invested. I don't panic sell. And sometimes I win and sometimes I lose. But I invest in companies that I believe have good technology. I believe Organogram, with their license capacity, their grow capacity, has an incredible future. I believe Ripple, working with all the major banks worldwide, over 150, working with huge conglomerates like American Express, like Visa that they're going to be testing out with. I think that speaks for themselves. And those are the types of companies that I like to invest in, David. And, Bitcoin Cash, working with merchants on a global scale, having miners moving over to Bitcoin Cash. Don't sleep on Bitcoin Cash. Companies like Neo, don't sleep on Neo. Companies like EOS, don't sleep on EOS. Really what I want to do in 2018 is I want to refine my trading pattern to really only bring the biggest and the best. Companies like Facebook, companies like Netflix, companies like Amazon, TD Bank, RBC, Tim Hortons. Those are the only companies I'm going to be investing in, David. I only want to invest in the biggest and the best and the brightest. And marijuana stocks, cryptos, GBTC, the biggest and the brightest technology companies. That's kind of my thing. And that's what's made me who I am. And that's going to make our community who I believe are going to become eventually one of the largest global communities of investors on the planet. Because with all of the winning, we can't help but continue to grow, Dave.
Yeah. You're building that reputation by providing these picks that win over and over and over. And people, the haters, they fade away.
Before we leave, I want to break another big piece of news.
Yep.
I am working with a exchange. Okay, before we leave, I'm working with an exchange that is going to be a global exchange. I am going to be meeting with them. They are going to be launching a global exchange, and that means anyone, anywhere in the world will be able to set up accounts to buy Bitcoin, Litecoin, and Ethereum to start. I am very
Okay.
excited about it. It will be my own exchange that I will be able to be a part of, that our community will be able to be a part of. Americans will be able to set up accounts. And this exchange will be an exchange that will give 24/7 customer service, making them the only exchange on the planet that will have 24/7 customer service. And that's why I am going to work with them. And I believe it's going to be a very successful exchange. And I'm very excited about it. I wanted to break the news first today. So I will bring you guys more information when I have it. I don't want to bring any more information till the ink is signed on the paper. But let's just say that we are always reinventing ourselves here on Rich TV Live. We are always looking to win for the people, and we're always looking for bigger and better ways to grow, to make money. And we love cryptocurrencies. We love marijuana stocks. We love the stock market. We love commodities. We love futures trading. We love options trading. We like to do it all here, but at the same time, everything we do is extremely risky. And we want people to be safe, and we want people to be comfortable, and we want people to feel like they're going to be able to make good investments. But we also want people to understand that when you're investing, there's a lot of risk involved. That risk could also create freedom for you. So you have to understand when you're making these investments that there's a lot of risk involved, super amount of risk. But that risk, if you are risk adverse, like I am, or people like Dave are, or people like Warren Buffett are, or people like Donald Trump are, then sometimes you can also win big. So that's the advantages and the upside to taking those risks, is sometimes you're going to lose. And I do lose. Unfortunately, I do lose. But I also win. And that's why I've been able to have some of the advantages and some of the opportunities that I've had in my life, even in the last year here on YouTube, creating these unbelievable opportunities because I've been able to win. Not because I've lost, but because I've been able to win. Those losses, I believe, have got me closer to my investment strategy, which is helping me win more so than I lose now. It's because of the losses that I've had over the last 20 years trading, which have given me experience so that I don't hopefully have to have as many losses in 2018 than I did in 2017, which was still a very profitable year for me.
Yeah. I definitely want to thank Rich for coming back on my channel. Welcome here anytime. I'm excited. You got to come back real soon and tell my audience about this new exchange.
We will.
I wish I had a link to put in the description right now. Maybe we don't have it yet. We'll put it as soon as we can, because I want an exchange with 24/7 customer service.
Absolutely.
The other exchanges, honestly, with some of the other exchanges, if you have a problem with a transaction, good luck getting through to customer service in a timely manner. Good luck with that. Okay?
Yeah, there is
Maybe you got through.
It doesn't exist. The entire industry of cryptocurrencies has no customer service. So I have people that try to buy Bitcoin, they try to set up accounts, and they can't.
Yeah.
So it's been a consistent issue, and I'm setting people up on accounts all over the planet, and nobody can set up accounts. Nobody can take any new customers.
Right.
The industry is overexposed.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then there's hacking, losses, scandals. So there's all these problems, and then people get scared away. So what we want to do is we want to make people feel comfortable, and we want to protect people by incubating them and giving them the best investment opportunities on the planet. Now, some of the investment opportunities that we've done in the past were more risky. What we're going to do now in 2018 is we're going to be doing less risky, more secure investments in companies that are part of the medical marijuana ETF.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're investing in cryptos, just understand that the whole industry is risky.
Yeah.
So there is no guarantees.
Right.
But at the same time, you can also find some cryptos that go up 10,000% in a month.
Right.
So it's like you're willing sometimes to take those risks to get that 10,000% upside, because you might not find that in the stock market.
Yeah. You
So
definitely won't. Yeah.
that's the difference, and that's why there's interest in the crypto game, even though it's extremely volatile, highly risky. But there's still a lot of people that are interested because they're willing to take those risks because they know that they've got a buddy who made $1 million on Ethereum, or they have a buddy that made 600 grand on Bitcoin. And everybody has these buddies, and I do too. Nobody wants to talk about the buddies that lost X amount on that coin because there's 1,500 coins now around, and there's 15,000 stocks you can buy in North America.
Yeah.
So there's 15,000 investments you can make, and there's 1,500 cryptos, which is still only 10% of the entire stock market, but still 10% in a couple of years is pretty damn amazing. How many opportunities are out there? So more opportunities, more people, the industry will continue to grow, and we just want to be the pulse. And we just want to bring the news to the people. We don't tell you what you should be buying or selling here. I never told you what to buy or sell at all today.
That's right.
I told you what I'm buying.
Right.
And I'm a big boy, and I'm willing to put my neck on the line when a lot of people aren't.
Right.
I'm willing to put my neck on the line and give you my picks when most people won't do that. And you know what? Most of these picks, which I've given people that have made them hundreds of percent, some thousands of percent returns, all for free.
Yep.
I don't want your money.
I don't know a whole lot of other people doing that. So, hey.
There isn't any. In fact, there isn't any.
Yeah. Good luck finding somebody who finds picks that have been 10 baggers and so on, and he's doing it for free, and he keeps doing it for free, and he's building a community like this. So, wow. GBTC, American companies in the cannabis space poised for growth, especially in September, October, November, December of this year, if things work out as planned, as well as there are too many picks here to name. There it is again. Supreme. Go rewind this video, okay?
Yeah, just go through the video, guys. All great picks. I love all these companies. Invest in the medical marijuana ETF. You can't go wrong. That's my strategy. If you invest in the biggest and the brightest, long term, you're going to win, okay? Think like Warren Buffett. Will these companies be here in 20 years? That's the way Warren Buffett invests. That's the way I invest. Now, I'm probably going to sell a lot sooner than 20 years, but that is the Warren Buffett strategy. I'm a little bit less patient than that. My strategy, hey, you see 10%, 20%, 30% returns? Take your money and run. Keep in a cash position. Stay liquid so that the next time the market tanks, you can buy it all up again, and then when it shoots back up and you make your 10, 20, 30% again or more, you can take your money and run again. And now you're in a cash position ready to sniper trade again. I also think think if you pull out a bunch of money, you can let it sit there in the bank, go on a vacation for a week. You don't even have to look at the markets.
Right.
Because when you're trading, and I know this is the way I am, if I'm on a vacation, I can't enjoy my vacation when I'm looking at the markets.
I know the feeling. Yep. I've been there, done that. That is so true. That is so true. The website is richtvlive.com. Click those links if you're on my channel, and also if you're on Rich's channel too. Subscribe. Give it a thumbs up if you like Rich's picks, or if you just want to show even if you disagree with his picks, if you just want to show some appreciation, go for it. Rich, can you take me out with some music or something? Because that's how we roll here. Looking at the markets, Rich TV Live. Thank you, Rich, for all that you do. Thank you to all those in the chat. Thank you to all those in the WhatsApp group. Rich TV Live, now and forever. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you for having us. Always a pleasure, Dave. Thanks for having me, my friend. Thank you for watching, everybody. Keep winning. Now, remember, if you're not winning, you're not watching. This is your boy, Rich, with David Moadel saying peace.